All right, we got it back up. We got it back up now. Now, for those, I don't know what's going on with Periscope. You know, Periscope is getting ready to disband or something like that. So maybe that could be what that was. But I'm gonna send a link to our YouTube page that we got in case anybody wants to go over. Let me get over here to YouTube, and I'm gonna send that out to where you can go. Yeah, man, we had a nice little audience, man. I want to thank Mike Bassick for chiming in on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's not just him. In a couple weeks, we might be probably on Monday night. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but there could be a General Gavin Dawson sighting here
There we go.
for I got to figure out where Gavin Dawson's coming with this thing. That's my whole deal with him. That's just my deal with Gavin.
Trying to figure
All
out
right,
what's
so
going on here, huh?
yeah, so I got I'm gonna share it out. I'm gonna put it on Twitter. Mavs Jazz post game. Tune in right here via YouTube. And I'm gonna have my YouTube page up in case anybody wants to comment, anything like that. Hold on, I'm about to put that. If we lost you on Twitter, go to our YouTube page to watch the show. Oh yeah. I don't know. What I was getting ready to say was, Periscope is getting ready to go away, so I would imagine that they're getting ready to start. They're getting ready to start diminishing stuff here soon.
Right.
But yeah, man, I'm trying to remember where we left off.
Well, I
As
think
far
the
as
last thing they were mentioning was Tovash made the comment of trading Porzingis for Bradley Beal.
right. Okay. Would you be up for something like that?
Yeah, I like Bradley Beal. I've actually been calling for him to be here since the beginning of the year. I thought that the Mavericks might have made a move during the offseason to maybe try and acquire him. I don't know how far those talks went or if they even started off. But Bradley Beal, I don't think he would be a bad piece here to play alongside Luka. He's another proven scorer, a guy that can create his own shot, and he can carry a team, on the night when Luka doesn't have it. I just don't know if trading Porzingis for him is the move because again, a lot of the MFFLs, man, they're not excited about letting Porzingis go. A lot of them get really offended when you mention that because they feel like we haven't seen what it can be. And I agree with them to a certain extent, man. But if you're asking me if I could just have Bradley Beal on his team, if I would welcome him, and do I have a jersey for him? Absolutely, no question about it.
Now, did you give up the height for the 3-point shooting of those two?
Well, you can't teach height. You can't teach
Can't
shot
coach.
blocking and all that stuff.
Coach
You
height.
can't.
You
But I
cannot
tell
coach
you
height.
what, man. I mean, it's going to make you smaller. I mean, what's the alternative if you get rid of KP? I mean, what? Okay, you get Bradley Beal in exchange for him. What are you going to do at the center position? I mean, we're going to go ahead and run Cauley Stein and Dwight Powell back out
Well,
there. Hopefully, Maxey.
speaking of Bradley Beal, tonight he scored 47 points and caught an L to the New Orleans Pelicans.
Colin Cowherd, I don't know how you feel about him, but Colin Cowherd brought up a comment. I think it was, I want to say I saw this yesterday on Twitter. He admitted something about like Bradley Beal, basically saying he was too good of a player to just be kind of wasting away in Washington and said, do you ever want to play some meaningful basketball, making reference to like playoff basketball. That's not anything that he's accustomed to doing. I'm sure he would like to get out of that situation. I mean, if the Mavs can make it happen, I'd be all for it, man. Bradley Beal will be a good fit here in Dallas.
Confirmed. We do have it confirmed tomorrow night. on BFB that Mike Bastick is going to be calling into the show tomorrow night. We do have that confirmed. We do have that confirmed. Tomorrow night, Mike Bastick. We will hear from Mike Bastick, and that's good because I like Mike's commentary on him. Mike is a diehard fan.
Hey, we need him. Mike, look forward to having you on the show, man.
All right, I'm gonna send it, and I'm gonna send it over to at Tobosh10. You got to get over and follow that account. I mean, if you're not following at Tobosh10 on Twitter, you're missing out. You're missing out.
Some of the greatest joys of my life come from that Twitter account. Some of the greatest joys of my life.
Mike is back. Mike is
there
back.
He is.
Mike Bastick is back. And we do have it confirmed that Mike Bastick is going to be calling in the BFB tomorrow night. Okay, he says Luke and KP don't. What? I'm putting it on the screen. I'm putting it on the screen right now. I'm putting it on the screen. Look what Mike just said. What did I tell you last night?
Well, we were talking about a friendship.
Not even friendship. I told you. I said they don't even talk to each other on the court. And you even alluded to that. You said last night, you said, man, they don't even look like they communicate with each other on the court. They don't. I've been in a locker room with both of them. His locker is on the other side of the room. When they walk, KP comes in and goes straight to his locker and then leaves right out the entrance over there. There's no
diddle daddling and playing and talking
no,
and that type of thing.
No.
So let me pose a question to you then, because you've made this known a couple of times. I know you saw that picture that I sent you earlier today when I was inside of Academy. I don't know where Nike got that idea, but they put the picture of Luka and KP on the shirt, and they even look disgruntled on the shirt. You know, that's the best picture they could come up with. I don't know what happened there, but having said that, man, what do you think the issue is with them? Is it a natural chemistry thing that Mike is talking about, or do you think they just like legit? Maybe one feels like he's bigger and better than the other. I mean, what do you think the issue is there?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I don't like even just in the locker room being around them. Like, you know, you see some people like they joke around with each other. Like they don't. I've never seen them joke. I've never seen them joke around. I've never seen them play around with each other. Nothing like that. Remember last night when I tell you, you know somebody, you know people who have chemistry or like each other, like LeBron and AD. You see them together all the time, kicking it, hanging. Kyrie and Katie, they doing podcasts and stuff together. When have you ever seen evidence of KP and Luka just out kicking it somewhere? Even before the pandemic. You don't. When did you ever see that?
I didn't. I think I made mention of it last night, man. I've seen on several different occasions. It seems like Luka and Boban and Maxey, they seem like they're a tighter knit group of guys than KP. I really haven't seen KP with anybody on the team. Really, he kind of seems like a loner. I don't know that to be the truth, but it just kind of seems like he does his own thing. You know, he kind of moves different from those other guys.
Who they both have in common that they both like. Boban will talk to him and take him under his wing. But what's the name also they have a connection with? Maxey. Maxey is really the connection with those two. Everybody loves Maxey. So I don't know what that is.
I don't know, man. I just hope that the love can come together in that locker room and translate.
Here we go right here. Terry and Dirk were lethal together on pick and pop. What do they do together? Their best games are when one is on the floor and the other one is not on the floor. They play better. That wasn't even my take this year.
That's true. That's very true.
That was my take last year when Luka was gone and KP would get his shine on. I kept saying, how come when they on the court together, it never can add up together? I haven't even taken that take this year. That was my take last season.
That's true.
Because when KP was gone, Luka would shine. When Luka was gone, KP would shine. I agree. KP might be a guy who looks like to be alone.
Yeah, I mean, he just seems like a loner, man. Even just when you watch his press conferences, just his whole aura, man. You just kind of pick up on his vibe. Yeah, he's not one of those guys that's out there rah-rah, big kicking it with Luka and all the other guys or whatever, and they're all young. I was going to look at it at first and say, well, maybe KP's a little more mature for that, but they're all, I mean, I think they're all like within like 2 or 3 years of each other. KP isn't anything but what, like 24, maybe? I mean, he's not that old.
Yeah, he's not that old. He's not at all.
So I mean,
Luka's still young.
Yeah, Luka's barely able to drink at this point.
Yeah, he barely. Like I said, they come. He was getting beat up in the club a couple years ago.
I hate that you mentioned that.
In the summer. I'm just saying it happened.
That's very disappointing to know that you're 7'3" and getting beat up in the club.
getting beat that's up. And it was in his home country. It was in his home country too, man.
Oh man. They hate you in your own city. Where you from? That's where they hate you the most, man.
So I want to go back to this. Do you feel like Rick has lost the locker room? You were alluding there. I want to touch on that.
I do feel like Rick, if he has not already lost the locker room, I don't think he's completely lost it, but it's obvious to see that a lot of those guys in there are not giving the same energy. And I think just across the board, man, when you look at it, it might be one of those things kind of similar to what we talked about with Jason Garrett with the Cowboys for as long as I can remember. I never thought Jason Garrett was a terrible football coach. I just felt like his voice had just ran its course in that locker room. After a while, you can only say the same thing so many times. There's only so many different ways you can switch it up. And Rick is not one of those guys that seems like he's about switching up the method. He probably teaches consistency and, probably delivers the same message all the time. And after a while, it might be new to Josh Richardson and those guys, but Luka's been here 3 years. Maxie's been here. Some of those other guys have been here.
I'll tell you this. This is the first time in a long time they haven't turned the roster over.
Okay.
When I say that, like this year was the second time they went with the roster where they actually kept the same players.
Mm-hmm.
So you saw the return of Dodo, you saw the return of Clevey, you saw the return of Bovey, you didn't see the return of Seth Curry. You've seen a lot of it, but before that, you kept turning the roster over. It was never a consistent roster. And the other night we were talking about. Here we go. My best got another one. KP, Brunson, Green to Sacramento for Hill, Bagley.
Man, why do we want to trade the Rook so fast, man? I like Green.
Because Rick's not going to play the rookies, man. Yeah. Okay, they went on this.
But if Rick's not going to be here, we still need these pieces, man.
Okay. When they drafted him, I said, "Are we going to play the rookies?" And Cooper Steen was like, "Oh, Rick, he plays who he plays whoever he feels needs to play if they can play." And I was like, "Okay, no, don't do that because we know he has a history of not playing the rookies." And here we go again. We drafted rookies. And in times like this, in games like this, where you need some tempo or whatever, we don't even play them.
They just sit on the bench.
There were in the Chicago game, the game where Luka was out. There is no reason why those rookies shouldn't have been on that court.
You know what, man? I don't know if somebody needs to walk down to Rick's office and knock on the door and have a conversation, maybe slide a nice little letter underneath the door or something. But somebody's got to let them know you do not develop players by sitting them on the bench. There's no development. This is not like the NFL where you can take a quarterback and put him behind a great player and tell them to just sit there and watch and learn and hold a clipboard. That you don't develop them. They have got to play in the games.
Right. So, okay. So when this season started, it was we had the Mavericks had the number one offense last year, right?
Right.
Okay. So we made the decision. We're going away from the number one offense. We need more defense because we saw them give up a lot of games where they were up and we lost them. And that was because of defense, but we were on the offense too. So you gave up Seth Curry. You brought in Josh Richardson. You bought in you drafted these rookies because you said you needed more defensive presence, right? But they're not. And you bought the Dojo man in. Okay, I'm confused. Did you bring him here to be the third or fourth guy off the bench?
I hope not.
Okay, well, first he was brought here to protect Luka, and I'm like, okay, well, what are we doing? We're here to protect Luka, or are we here to get points? Because right now he's shooting better than half the other people on the team. He's scoring. The other night he was the second best player on the floor, and he was off the bench.
Yeah. There lies your problem. There's no consistency in what we're doing. I mean, this is the first time in a long time I felt like the Mavericks really don't have a clue as to what the hell they're trying to do right now. And Mavericks, you can
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, man, you cannot do this with you got to set a new culture and a new way of doing things, man. It's got to happen now, because I'm telling you, you do not want to get to the point where Luka gets very, very frustrated and now it's like, man, you know what? I'm a really good basketball player and I've been wasting my time. I see why these guys don't come to Dallas, bam, I'm gone.
I told you the other night why guys don't come to Dallas, and it does have something to do with Rick Carlisle, because, as I've said before, when you have players like Steph Curry who come here, and you saw him, he'd have 25 a night. The next night he'd get benched or whatever. Well, okay, so you see him over in Philly, and he's what's the name? He's averaging freaking what's he averaging? I'm not 50. I forgot how much he's averaging. I'm sorry. Forgive me on that. But
he's getting solid numbers.
Yeah, he's over there balling. Well, he's 50%. He's 50% from where he's at right now, right? But he's balling over there in Philly, and it's like, bro, why are these guys keep coming here, and when they leave, they having success? I gave you Jay Crowder, I give you Steph Curry, I even throw JaVale McGee in there.
Yeah.
JaVale McGee, we couldn't find nothing for JaVale McGee, but he goes over to Golden State, and they find a way to make it work for him and get him a championship.
And he goes to the Lakers too.
Way to make it work. Okay, Mike's got it right here. He's 54% from 3-point. 54%. I know that hurts me, really. I know that
it hurts me really bad. And you know what? And Doc Rivers isn't sitting him down. He's making sure he plays every game. Every game. Okay? He gets some open looks and everything. So you mean to tell me he's 15.6 a night. He's averaging 15 points a night, man. You mean to tell me he couldn't get that here in Dallas? That's crazy. He's hitting over half the threes he puts up.
Yes. Hey, I think he did it again tonight against the Lakers.
Yeah,
So when I tell you stuff, when I say stuff like that, and I say, man, when he comes here and does that, when he goes off somewhere and play, he talks to other players in the league. His brother is Steph Curry, and he said they'll come and say, well, why didn't it work in Dallas? And he's gonna sit there and tell them, well, it was this, or it runs like this over there. That's why it don't work. And when other players say themselves, bruh, I don't want to go to Dallas. If it's like that, if it was like that for you, what's it gonna be like for me? I don't want to go to Dallas.
So you think it's the word of mouth from the players, in addition to the stupidity from the front office?
Okay. You could go with that. Now I'm looking at he said he almost lost the game tonight on defense tonight. Like, all right, but I'll give you this, Mike. I'll say this, Mike. For what he lacks in defense, he clearly is making up for it.
He more than compensates for it on the offensive side. Yeah.
Hell, if I gotta let who was he probably guarding tonight? Steph Curry was probably sticking Schroeder. If I gotta let Schroeder get past me for a 2-point for me to come back and hit a 3 on the other end, I'll live with that. That's just like when I tell you James Harden can come. James Harden is fat and can show up fat and out of shape. But if he want to go to the club, I'll fly him to the club.
You want that 40?
If he gonna come back and give me 40, I will fly him back and forth to the club, make sure he's back in time for the game for me to get a 40 or 60 pointer out of him. And certain sacrifices have to be made.
Hey, guys, hey, there you go. Call it what you want to call it. Call it a sacrifice.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute. Now we're getting out of hand here, Bobby. Now we're getting out of hand here. Yeah, I'm a THJ guy, man, but come on, man. I mean, well, you know what? What it is, I don't even think that's a slight at KP. I just think it just shows it's an indictment on what he's been, man. He can't stay healthy. And we're giving him a lot of money. Well, I know, again, we always talk about we don't like to count people's chips on the show and all that stuff, man.
Hold on. Wait a minute, Bill. I don't get involved in people's pockets. You know, I don't.
It's the reality, man. You're allocating a lot of funds to this guy, expecting him to be around and make plays, man.
Wait a minute. I don't get in that territory. You know, that's out my range.
I do.
Get where you going?
I do.
Yeah, you got to stop doing that, man. You got to stop doing that. You need
Look,
to
man.
You got to stop doing it. Okay, so Mike asked a good question, and I was just about to bring this up before we close this out. I don't know if you saw this. Okay, I was doing some look around. I was trying to figure out, you know, where the Mavs can scrap some wins up at. Right. I got to tell you, Billy, it does not look good because I'm going to bring up the Mavs schedule here. Right on my I got two screens here now. You know. You know, the job.
That's what corporate America does to you.
Yeah, I'm a little corporate sellout now, so you know, to take home. So hold on, I'm gonna bring up the Mavs schedule, and I want you to tell me how fair this schedule looks next month. Okay,
we're trying to find wins.
I want you to tell me how. I want you to see. I just want you to see how. I just want you to hear it. Just listen to this, okay? February 1st, the Phoenix Suns. February 3rd, the Hawks. February 4th, Golden State Warriors. February 6th, Golden State Warriors. February the 8th, the Timberwolves. February 10th, the Hawks. February 12th, Pelicans. February 14th, Trailblazers. 17th, Pistons. 19th, Rockets. Grizzlies on the 22nd. Celtics on the 23rd. 25th, the 76ers. Why the hell are the Mavericks playing so many games back to back like this?
Man, that's a great question.
In the first week of February, they play on the 1st, the 3rd, play the next night on the 4th, come back, miss a day, play on the 6th, then miss a day and play on the 7th, miss 2 days, play on the 10th. Miss a day, play on the 12th.
That's a lot of games in a short period of time.
They play on the 14th, they play on the 17th, and they play on the 19th, and the 22nd and 20th. Oh my God. Bruh.
I counted like 3 wins out of that whole thing just based off the top of my head.
Bro, them dudes is I can't even be mad if they sit players out. You're making them play on a Wednesday and then a Thursday back to back. And then turn around and make them play again on the 8th.
But
not even the 8th. They play again on the 6th.
But isn't that, I mean, it's a condensed schedule anyway. We're 10 games short on this season to begin with. I think all teams are kind of going through it. I mean, it might be different.
Okay. Come on, Billy. You can't make them play the 3rd, the 4th, the 6th, and then the 8th like that.
Well, no, they shouldn't make them play it, but I mean, it's clearly on the schedule. That's what's scheduled to happen.
Okay, and then you come back to the end of the month. You got the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 25th.
3 games in like 4 days.
Okay, and then the season's okay. So they haven't come up with the second half of the season yet. So the season stops at that point because they haven't done the second half yet. It's the second half. It starts in March. So is this All-Star break right here?
Yeah,
and if it is All-Star break, I wouldn't even want Luka going to All-Star break with as many games as they running back to back like this. Who's going to want to participate in All-Star weekend if that's the case?
Well, it's not like those guys. It's just a little light jog pickup game anyway. It's not like they're being competitive and really getting after it anyway.
Where's my guy supposed to rest it?
Well, hey.
If this is me, he ain't playing. Luka ain't playing the Pistons games. He ain't playing against the Timberwolves. That's really the only games I really feel the need to sit him out because the Warriors are a must win. And they play them back. They play them on TNT, and then they turn around and play them again on ABC. So them primetime games. So he can't even miss those games.
I have no answer.
Could I sit him out against the Pelicans? I can't sit him out. Nope. Pelicans the ESPN game. You can't sit him out on them. Guess what? Atlanta Hawks ESPN game. Can't sit him out for that.
They want to see Luka and Trae Young. Yep.
I mean, the Trailblazers. Do I sit him out against that game?
No, we kind of need him for that.
Okay, you need him for that game. I'd say he ain't playing the Pistons game. Guess what? The Rockets, ESPN. We come back. The Celtics, TNT. The 76ers, TNT.
Yeah. They better put on their big boy pants, man, and tie those shoes up real tight, man. Lace them up.
KP's got a leg swelling issue problem from time to time. He can't play all these games. He's not. There's no way he makes it through that. There's no way he makes it. Out of all those games I named you, five. I give you 5 games he plays out of all those games. 5. Give you 5 games.
We're in trouble.
I give you 5 games he plays.
That's a lot of games to play, man. KP's not going to make it through it. I agree with you. Yeah. I was going to say a few more, and I was going to give KP maybe like 8. I was going to say maybe like 8 games out of that whole ordeal.
Well, him and Luka are switching off with me. Because
so KP plays a game, Luka doesn't.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I know you say, well, Luka's 19. Luka's 19, so or 20 or 21. Yeah, that's fine there, but you don't want to run him into the ground freaking already. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Well, there might be some truth to what Mike's saying there. It sounds like the 9th seed. I mean, it's possible, man. They're going to have to do something. I'm telling you, there's going to have to be some move made at the trade deadline. I don't know what you can do. I know Mike threw out that idea with Sacramento and moving Jalen and a couple of, I think he mentioned KP as well, man. I don't know what type of deal you can make.
I got to be honest with you, Billy. I don't think they have any intentions of moving KP. They don't have any intentions on moving him.
Well, even if you don't, I mean, you don't really have any other guys on the team that's going to bring you back that I'm not going to say that killer, but that guy that can really help you. I mean, Buddy Hield, I like Buddy. He's good. He's a 3-point shooter, but I mean, what are you going to do? Are swapping THJ and Buddy Hield for, is that really an upgrade either way? They're pretty much the same guy, if you ask me.
I told you, I sent y'all that deal in the group chat the other way we were having, and I said to you, they said Lonzo Ball, JJ Redick were available. I told Lonzo Ball, I like him for Luka because he will open up the floor for Luka to do more. And I was telling Mike Bassett this earlier. I said, man, when games look like this is times where you need to take the ball out of Luka's hands. Luka's gonna have to find some other way to start getting the ball and scoring.
Mm-hmm.
At times like tonight, because it was getting bad, and him bringing the ball down court. It was times to me where like he didn't even want to bring the ball down court.
Just tired of getting his ass whooped down there, man. It's a lot, man. You think about it, Luka has the ball a lot. He gets it, the ball comes out of the basket or it comes off he's grabbing the rebound, he's bringing it up, he's dribble penetrating, getting in the lane, getting knocked down all the time, trying to create. Like, that wears on you, man. You do need another body who can come in and fill in, even if you do that 35% of the time, man. even if you do it 35% of the time. I mean, you know, I'm not really a big Lonzo fan. I mean, I know that's your guy. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but you know, if you have Alonzo here, maybe that takes some of the pressure off of Luka or whatever.
It does because he's a good. Number one, he's a good ball handler. Remember I told you how I said he's a true point guard. True point guards come down when they come down the floor. When they come down to the floor, they look at the floor. They don't look directly at the basket.
Right.
When you watch him play, he comes all the way down the court, and he services the floor. And
right.
not only that, his 3-point shooting is getting better too.
Okay, so he could be a knockdown shooter for you think?
I'm not gonna say knockdown shooter, but his shooting has gotten better.
Okay.
Okay, Mike.
He will push the tempo.
Mike asked a question. I'm interested in Lonzo, but why isn't he doing with Ingram and
that's a great question, Mike.
Okay. Ingram is an ISO player. Brandon Ingram's an ISO player. So I think that's why they want to get rid of him. Because they have Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball. When Ingram's on the floor, it's hard for Lonzo to get going and to get his shot going.
Right. Because when it gets to Ingram, it's like a black hole. It's not going anywhere else.
Yeah, yeah. You might as well, when you give him the ball, just get out the way. Because he gonna dribble or whatever and go to the basket. I like Brandon Ingram's game, so I ain't changing. I'm not getting ready to sacrifice that. And Lonzo might not fit with what Stan Van Gundy is trying to do.
Right.
Okay, with the offense he's trying to run. I don't think you need a knockdown shooter for Ingram and Zion.
Yeah.
You don't need a point guard that's going to set them up. You don't need that.
Right.
Because they create their own. So you pass the ball in for Lonzo, really all he's doing is throwing alley-oops to Zion.
Yeah.
But you pass Zion the ball in the paint, he dominating and going to and tearing the rim off.
But here's the thing. Let's just say you swing a deal for Lonzo. What are you giving up for him? And then what does he do here?
It's not gonna cost you a whole lot.
Right, but who are you letting go? Are you moving Jalen?
No. Yeah, and I was just getting ready to say, you know who would fit great with Ingram and Zion? Jalen Brunson.
Okay. So then you get Lonzo here. But then there lies the question. I mean, at that point when you get Lonzo here, where does he go? Does he go straight to the bench and come off the bench as a point guard for you, or
that's another issue. That's another issue. Listen, Mike is trying to give your guy away if he can. Okay, he's trying to give your guy away.
Come on, Mike, don't be that guy. Why does everybody want Dwight Powell out of Dallas?
Oh, Mike,
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead, Mike.
I play well for you. I played well for you last year.
No.
I have a tragic injury, and then everybody wants me gone. Jesus Christ.
Wait a minute. How's that any different from Dak Prescott?
Hey, man.
You were just in the studio last night wanting Matthew Stafford.
There's a difference. I got a jersey for number 9. I got a jersey for number 9. If he wants to be here, I got a jersey for number 9. Because I don't know what Dakota's going. I don't know what Rain Dakota is going to be when he comes back. I don't know.
Well, we know what Dwight Powell is now that he back.
Man, man, let my man get his momentum back, man. Let him get it back.
What momentum?
Well, he was playing well last year, man.
There you go. Here it is, right here. He tries hard. That's it.
So we said Dwight Powell doesn't have any skill, man. God, boy, it's tough out here, man. I tell you, the MFFLs, man, y'all are tough. That's tough,
that's a diehard MFFL telling you that.
Right? Y'all are tough, man. Dwight, y'all should be ashamed of yourself the way you treat Dwight Powell around here.
Wow.
You guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
Wow.
Y'all.
Wow.
But
Dwight was asking for Gobert's auto during the game.
You know what, man? Hey, we're gonna have to mute Mike, man. Because Mike is over here trying to. He's making a mockery of this man's name now.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Dwight Powell is not good on Mike Bassett's list.
He's not good.
He is not good on Mike Bassett's list. I'm letting you know right now.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: if we don't like him, or if the MFFLs don't like Dwight, man, what makes us think we're going to be able to just push him off on the Pelicans or whoever?
Well, when you put him in a package, oh, here you go. Here you go, right here. Here's your reasoning right here from Mike.
Oh man!
Wait a minute. He can't dribble. He can't shoot. He can't pass. But beside that, he's awesome. Oh, he's just a great guy. Then
He's an energy guy.
He's just a great guy. That's all he is.
You're playing him like he's Eddie Nahara, man. Yeah,
Whoa, wait a minute.
Hold on, I said it. You're playing him like he's Eddie Nahara.
What are you doing? Let's not bring my guy Nahara into this.
Hey, I liked Eddie. I liked Eddie. But he was an energy guy.
Eddie showed my pops love one night when I came to the AAC.
That's fine.
Pops.
Listen.
And Dana Larson showed my pops love. So I'm not.
Hey, that's great. That's a heartwarming story. Here's the thing. As you guys told me, as the great Patrick Creighton told us in the studio, he was like, you like him. This makes him a great guy because of a personal situation. We can't put the personal stuff in there. We have to call it for what it is, man. Eddie Nahara was an energy guy. He was an energy guy.
But he wishes he was Eddie.
Put the drink down, Mike. Put the drink down. Put the drink down, Mike. They're the same guy to me, man. They're the same. Eddie wasn't some skilled guy, man. He wasn't some skilled guy. Eddie, he was the man at OU when he played down there or whatever, but Eddie was an energy guy, man. I remember he would always take the charges. He would run up and down the floor, do a little flopping here and there, and he would finish at the rim with a couple layups or whatever, but he was an energy guy, man. You need guys like that on the team. I don't understand why there's so much hate for Dwight Powell, man.
Well, I need you to research it, but okay. So
I'm going to go purchase Dwight Powell's jersey tomorrow.
Oh, God, please don't.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Please don't.
Dwight, I stand with you, sir.
Okay, I tell you what. You get that jersey, you got to wear it on the show in the studio.
I will. I will go find me. Now, they don't sell them just openly at Academy and places like that. I might have to go and,
look, you see me, I stay rocking gear. You need me to get you a Dwight Powell jersey, I can order you a Dwight Powell jersey. I mean, it's probably like $12.
Oh, man, stop. You guys, look, man, I'm gonna have to get something, man. I'm gonna have to do something to show love to Dwight Powell, man. I'm gonna have to do something. I might get a custom joint or something, man. Y'all aren't gonna just mess around on Dwight Powell all this time, man.
Man, you ought to be ashamed. What I tell you, you ought to be ashamed of the reporting you're doing these days. You ought to be ashamed. You ought to be ashamed of the broadcasting you're doing these days. You should really be ashamed of yourself.
Hey, man, I'm a broadcaster. I never said it was quality. You're the quality
broadcaster. That's actually me. I'm the quality broadcaster.
I'm just the guy. I'm a Jag guy here. I'm just the guy, man.
Oh, my God. So tomorrow night, BFB, we're going to be in studio. It looks like we do have it confirmed. Mike Bass is going to call in, so we'll get more unadulterated Mike Bass tomorrow night. But so we're going to be back here Friday night.
Yeah.
For take 2 of this. Now, do you have any predictions of a change come Friday night?
No, none at all. I expect the same old raggedy nonsense to go on, run the same lineup out there.
Now I think Spider might be back that game.
Well, you know what's to come then. I mean, you know what's to come. I don't expect anything different, man. I'm really, and I'm going to say this, man, and I'm going to leave it alone. I am going to, as critical as I'm being of the Mavericks, and this is my team and everything, man, I'll just say this. I think that they do need, I think as Bobby had mentioned earlier in the show, man, give them a couple more weeks, man. Give them another 2 or 3 weeks. I know that sounds like a lot, but we're going to have to at least get halfway through the season in order to see what we got.
I'm going to tell you this. It don't look good for them after next week. It don't look good for them starting Monday. Hey, they go. That is the toughest schedule I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, they're professionals, man. They're paid to get out there and do it. Find a way. Find a way.
Think about that. You play on the 1st, the 3rd, the 4th, the 6th, and turn around and play on the 8th. Jesus Christ, man.
Find a way, man. Nobody listen. You're multimillionaires. You're making a lot of money to play a game. I waste a lot of money buying jerseys and T-shirts and stuff to support you guys, and you go out there and put forth these lackluster efforts. I don't want to hear it, man. Go out there and find a way. Find a way.
The only good thing about this schedule, the only good thing about it is that these games are at home.
Okay.
Okay, so starting from the 4th all the way to the 17th are at home games.
Win them. You don't have to go nowhere. Win them.
That is the only thing about it that's good is that they at home. They do not have to travel for those games. So if you were a Man fan and you were in the arena, you would be. And it's funny. Last year they actually did a schedule like this last year, where man, I was bone dead tired at this. I remember it was around February. It was close to All-Star weekend. Man, they had almost like 6 home games in a row at the AAC.
Mm.
So, yeah, Matt. Hey, Matt says, Matt Patterson said, and Dallas home schedule is a savage. I'm telling you, man, that is a tough schedule. You got the Warriors back to back on primetime television. You got them on TNT on Thursday, and then you got them at Saturday night on ABC.
Well, like I said, we can't write a letter to the league asking them to have mercy on us. We got to go out there and play the games.
We'll be in studio on the 4th, but think about this, Billy. We're gonna be doing a post game show the Friday, Sunday, Monday. Did I forget to mention that the Mavericks play on Sunday and Monday back to back, and then play on the 3rd? Wait, hold on. Check this out. They play the Jazz at Utah. They come home for 2 games, go to Atlanta, come back, and then the rest of the games are at home.
Sounds like we're going to be pretty busy over the next month.
Yeah. Hey, my birthday is the 16th of February. Okay, that's an in-show night. We are in studio on my birthday that night. So the next night, we back at it again with a post-game show for the Detroit Pistons.
Hey, man. Hey, this is a life we asked for.
We did. So okay, so we're gonna be in studio tomorrow for BFB. Mike Bassick is supposed to call in more Maverick talk. We got some good stuff playing tomorrow night. I gotta ask you a question tomorrow night about how you feel about watching games with no fans in it.
Okay.
And I need to tap in to why you want Matthew Stafford over Dak Prescott. Why you have another? What's your number?
I will bring some key bullet points, and I'll make an apology because I have been very, very rough to the Dak supporters over the last couple of days, and it's been very unfair. I just need them to understand. Sometimes in our passionate expressiveness, we get a little out of hand, man, and I need to apologize to a group of people, especially Cowboys Nation. But having said
don't apologize to them. They're all idiots.
Hey, listen, I'm going to apologize to them, but I have some good, valid points on Matt Stafford, and I can't wait to give those to the people, man, because it's about winning. We got to keep in mind it's about winning. If you want to win, you have to make tough decisions. And I'm going to help. I'm going to help Cowboys Nation make. Well,
me and Mike Bassick got a tough decision with the Mavs. We got 1-1. We want to get rid of Dwight Powell, and I need you to get on board with that.
That's not on the table. That's not on the table. That's not a valid option at this point.
Mike says good night. We're gonna talk to Mike tomorrow, but yeah, tune in tomorrow night live on Facebook and Twitter because we're gonna be live on there with BFB. Starting at 8:00, me, Billy, and we got a new person starting with her. Her name is Courtney. You're gonna like her. She just graduated from journalism school.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so she's gonna be joining us tomorrow night. I hate to break the news to you people. Ed Tovas has already made known to me that he will not be there. I know that hurts the ratings. I know that hurts you with the ladies because you will not be experiencing HD tomorrow night.
Are we gonna also have some disappointed fellas as well, man?
With because of the Me Too movement, I have to say the fellas will be disappointed too. You're right. I do have to say that. You do have to say that.
Well, I've never met this Courtney person. I'm excited to meet her. I'm sure she's awesome. I'm excited to meet her and to hear what she has to bring to the show. Man, it'll be a good time. I'm excited. I'm fired up for it.
All right, man. We'll be back tomorrow night. I guess I can say, like you always say on Best for Business, if we don't see you around, then we'll see you around.